Hey there, welcome to my channel. This is Linda, and guess what I got? Yeah, I got a mess of paintbrushes that I'm going to be trying out. These are from Temu, and I'm going to see how well they work and how well they perform. So I've been trying to do a little bit of that right before I started videoing, and I have come to the conclusion that the blue and these black ones are really good. But actually these are for watercolor, and I've been working with those, and also I worked with this set, which is acrylic. So these are only the sets so far that I have gotten from there. Now most of these are all synthetic. Actually they are all synthetic, which if you don't know what synthetic means, they're just all man-made. Nothing here is from real hair. Although some manufacturers will put real hair in with a synthetic, so you're getting a little bit of oomph there. But of course most of the packages that come from Temu are written in that language that we can't read, but we can use our phones. We can use our phones to translate. So and I've done that, and I found out that, you know, most of these are synthetic. It will tell you that on the package. So, and I just thought maybe you guys was wanting to know how well did they work. So I thought, well, I'm just going to paint right here with a few of these and show you what they do. So when I'm looking for a brush, what I look for in a brush is, so this is what a set that I bought, and it just said paintbrushes. So these were really hard to get because they kept selling out. So finally I was able to get a set of these. And I found out that it really is a nice brush. I tell you why. Because looking for a brush, the first thing I look for is how it feels in my hand. One thing, it feels really good. Second, if the barrel, which is here, stays tight and is not loose. So these are very tight. Then I look at the bristles, and then I look at, are they going to stay their shape, which basically you're not really going to know until you start to try it and you use it. But this brush here kept its shape the whole time, and I love how it is in that nice point. And it has several different sizes actually you can pick from. They are nice. They I just like the variety. So the second set, and this set here also, now this did say that these are for watercolor. So I use this round one in the same way. It's nice to hold. The barrel's nice and tight. It holds its shape, no loose hairs. Loose hairs is another thing I look at. If you're going to lose any of the hairs in your paint while you're painting. So those are nice. I tried these here. These are just those little liner brushes, and they are very nice. So I'm just going to get started, and I'm just going to be painting a flower. And we're going to go back to this watercolor, and we're just going to kind of watch and see how it does. So I'm just now getting it wet again. And I'm going to be using some paint that, I don't have any watercolor paint yet from Temu. I have this set here from Amazon, and this is just the one that came in the tin that looks like this. It has the Van Gogh Starry Night painting on the front, and it's in a tin. So let's take a look. I did swatch those if you're interested what they look like. That's what they look like swatched. So I'm just going to pick a color, and I've sketched out a hibiscus, and let's just kind of get this started. Okay. So you can see, I really probably should move these brushes off of here. Let me just separate these just a little. So you can see how that's keeping its nice little point. And that's very important when you're painting. You want that to keep a nice point. And also you want it to have a nice snap. And you want it to hold enough water. And this brush here is for what it's asking for, the price. These were $3.99. And if I can find the links, I will link them all below. But all of these brushes are linked in past videos that I have done. And I'll link those videos below so you guys can take a look and find them there. There might be even something else, because there's lots of things that I have gotten from Temu that you may be interested in not only the watercolor or paintbrush side of things, but also in crafting with the paper crafting. So this brush is really nice. It does hold a lot of water, and I love the tip that it keeps its shape. Very important. Okay. Alright, so I'm just wetting this area here. I am actually using the little watercolor tablet from Temu, and I'll show you here. This is what it looks like. This was in just my last video haul from there, and this is my first time using it. So I'm just curious how this paint's gonna bleed out and into the other. Okay. Let's see how we tap a little in there, and it just kind of, it does expand. You know, it's not bad for a $6 and something price tag. Alright. Alright, so I want to come and lift some of that off of there just a little bit. Okay. I wanted to see how this paper did by lifting off. Not too bad, actually. Alright, so let's just go to this other one that I had, this other set. And I'm just going to lay down a little bit of a background. And we're just going to test it out. Now this brush is holding its shape. The tip's staying in a nice point. And I think these brushes are really nice. And I think this little set was only $3.99 also. But I will try to find the links, and I will link them all below so you guys can check them out yourself. Okay. And the other brushes I have here, they are flat brushes, and I was using them with acrylic, so, and I will demonstrate those also too. Okay, so I really like these little brushes. I think they're really nice. Okay, now I'm going to set this aside for a minute, and we're going to look at these two sets right here. These are the flats, and we're going to look at this one first. So I was using this one for the acrylic. I picked up a number 6, and I've been working on this little here, this little picture, and we're just going to test out the brush. I got it wet, and I pulled out some acrylic paints. Actually, these are fluorescent. I thought maybe it would pick up a little nicer on camera. So let's take a look here after I've painted for just a second here with this brush. And what we're going to look for, we're going to look and see if there's any of the bristles falling out. We want to see if it's holding its shape at the end, if it's the furrows staying nice and tight. So let's just get this painted. Okay. Pull some of this in here. Alright. I'm going to take it in there and clean it. Or then we're going to take a look at the brush first. Alright. So I want to look at this brush. I want you guys to see how the bristles are staying together. That's very nice. They are very nice. That's what I look for. I look for that bristle to stay nice and tight at the end when I'm painting with a flat brush. The furrows are nice. The handles are nice. I really like these brushes. They are very nice, and they come in 5 different sizes. No, 6 different, I'm sorry. And here's the big one. Let's try the big one. Let's see if the big one's going to work just as well. I'm going to get it wet a little bit. Okay, we're going to pick up some more paint. I want to make a little purple. Let's come in here. And we'll finish painting this area down in the front. Okay. Well, so far I'm not seeing any bristles. Let's look at the brush itself. See how nice and tight? Very nice and tight. I like that. Same with the furrow. It's tight. Nice to hold on to. Alright, so I did want to mention that you can use my discount code for 30% off. My code is FAV, F-A-V 68252. For new users, you get 30% off your first order. And I'll also leave my affiliate code down there. And feel free to use that and find your items because I'm really happy with Temu with their products, because if you're on a budget, I'd check them out because they have a lot of budgeted priced items at very fair prices, very good prices. Alright, so now we're going to this set. This is the other set that I have, and in this set there is excuse me, you got your flats, you got your angle brush, you have your fan, and a well, I'll show you here. All these are flat, and well, except for this one. This is your angle. So those are all the flat sizes you get. Lots, and this is an angle. So what we get? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angled, and I'm sorry, flats. 2 angled. What's this one? 3 angled. There's 3 angled. So that's good. And then a filbert. So let me just pick up one of the flats and we're just going to test it the same way. We're going to see if any hairs are loose. Actually, here's a good way to tell. After you get it wet, just pull it right out. If you don't have any bristles coming out, that's well made. That means the ferrule has been crimped up here. See where it is crimped here at the end? It's crimped fairly well. Everything is in there nice and tight. So let's just go and do a little, I got my painting wet there. Let's just do a little painting in here. Okay. So let's just kind of tap at this. I just want to, I am painting with acrylic. I don't know if I told you that. So we're just adding like a shoreline back in here. I just wanted to kind of give this paintbrush a workout. I use these fluorescent colors, but now I wish I wouldn't have because they are really thin, and these are not Temu. These are actually a brand that I've had here. Okay. Alright, so looking at the brush, okay, let's clean it out. Let's see what kind of a shape it held. Well, okay, from me pushing on it, it's starting to bend a little, but I believe you can just flatten that back out after you've cleaned it and let it dry, and it'll reshape. Alright, I did want to show you something else real quick. Here is the liner brush, these little liner brushes. So I did a number 3, number 2, a 3.0 was over here, and they're all different sizes, and they were really nice. I did this with watercolor, and also the fan brush. I did a few of those. The fan brush kept its shape. Well, I actually didn't keep its shape. It kind of separated, but it did what it was supposed to do, because fan brushes show texture. You know, you use it for texturing your rocks, your grass, to do leaves on trees, so that's perfectly fine, because you know you want them to do that anyway. Let's see. Now these other little brushes that I have here, they actually are nail brushes, but I got them for extremely fine detail. So let's kind of see what they do. Alright, let me get the biggest one, and we're just gonna see. Alright, I got some paint on there. Let's just see how fine this is. Oh wow. Oh, and it paints rather easy. Look at that. That's really nice. I love it. Oh, it's getting kind of dry. Okay. So, let me see what else I have. I do have these big calligraphy brushes. I got those, and let's give them a try. One thing I didn't mention was, before you start to paint with your brushes, they may or may not have a glue in them. It is a clear glue that needs rinsed off first before you start to paint, because it's there to keep the brushes their shape during shipping. So just check that out. All you gotta do is dip it a few times in the water and then run your fingers through it, and you'll be able to tell, because the bristles are going to be stiff, and once you get that off, they get nice and pliable. So let's take this little calligraphy brush, okay, and let's see what it does. Oh, I love it. Look at that. And it glides across this paper without any effort. Oh, that's very nice. Okay. So I believe that was a set of 3, I think. I don't know why I have 4, but I'm pretty sure it was a set of 3 in the set. I wish I had more. I wish I had more brushes to test out, but and I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was rather long. I don't even know how long this is right now. This has been 20 minutes. So guys, I'm going to cut it off right here. I'm hoping this was a little informative for you guys, to know which ones that you would like to try, and to see maybe something there that you would like to use in your art. Next will be a video on using this, putting it together on camera with you all and testing this out. So that'll be the next video coming up. Thank you guys for watching. Get that like button if you liked the video, and if you're still watching here at the end, please let me know. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all the new subs and to all the ones who have subscribed up to this far. You mean the world to me, guys, and thank you so much. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.